and how when she's finished with him, that he's going to believe that God is a woman. Hello everybody, welcome back to Maximum Voice. Today I have a topic that I'm personally burning for, and it's songwriting. We are gonna do a whole chapter about songwriting, and today I'm starting you on the basics of it. And how I pursue it is I'm working by having a chapter structure. And what that is, I will tell you right now. So the chapter structure means we have different parts in the song, which is verse, chorus, maybe a pre-chorus, and maybe a bridge. And they all have different functions. The verses themselves are used to be chapters of a story. So we might have an entrance. And the first verse we could go in by describing a situation, or just jumping in by, hey, we're here and this is happening, just putting you in a position where you feel like I'm in the middle of a conversation right now, and just continue on. And in the first verse, we want to give an idea what is happening, what's the story, what's gonna be happening in the song. So we take that verse as, for example, describe where we are, what the situation is, how we feel about it. The pre-chorus could be used as a working up to the main topic, which would be the chorus then. So first to the chorus before we do the pre-chorus, then you will understand that better. So in the chorus, we just want to have the main topic. That could be, I love you so much, I'm gonna die. Or something else like, let's live life and party hard. Or something like, I'm feeling so amazing, I wanna share. Anything, whatever comes to your mind. So if you have the feeling you want to write about a topic, you should get into yourself, figuring out what is the main core here. For example, when we use Ariana Grande, she wrote a song, God is a Woman. The chorus was going to say, you believe God is a woman.
You believe God is a woman.
So she's describing everything that other person might love about her, or another man might love about her, and how when she's finished with him, that he's going to believe that God is a woman and not a male. So that's her main core. And she's describing this in this chorus. The second verse then usually is something that is like going further than that. Like when we're coming from the first verse, we described our situation, how we're feeling about it, what the point of it all is here right now, where we are. We want to take off from that and continue with our story. So what happened next? What changed the situation? Whatever is going on after this first sequence, this is how we develop a storyline. So we have this basic, here we are, there we go. Maybe in a third verse, that's where we're finishing here right now. So sometimes you have a verse where you need some translation to get to the main topic, in this case, the chorus. And that's going to be our pre-chorus. So we can write a couple of lines that should be like a really minor part in this case. So you don't want to have a whole story in your pre-chorus. You just want to have one or two sentences that gonna make sense from verse to the chorus. That could be, I'm describing a situation with my boyfriend, how everything is great. And then I have this chorus core where I'm saying like, this was all shit and it hurted me so much, or something else that's just not fitting to whatever was happening in the verse. So we want to have something lining over to understand, okay, we go this direction. So maybe you want to do something like, and then this and this happened and you made me feel like that. And then you go into your chorus. So if you have this whole structure of having a storyline over 2 or 3 verses, having the chorus, maybe a pre-chorus if you need it, and you still feel like there's something missing here in the topic. There's just like, it feels like it's not complete yet, because maybe you feel a little bit like different about the topic. So it's like you don't only feel like this and this happened and makes me feel like that and that, but you have a second view on it that's like, but maybe it was a misunderstanding, or maybe I understood that differently, or maybe something happened that put it into a different light. That's when we want to go into our bridge. The bridge is reserved for everything that is like, well, I haven't told you this and this yet, but it's important. Or I have developed maybe in the songwriting process a different view on the topic and I want to bring it in. So that's specifically what the bridge is in, that fills up any kind of information that you still feel is necessary for the song and is not yet in the structure. And that could be a very nice recipe to structure your song and work it out. One thing you can do now is to take a topic, pick your core, develop your story, and try to bring it together into a coherent text. That would be a very nice exercise. Other exercises will follow, of course, in the course of these different videos that I'm going to do about songwriting. So I hope you enjoyed my explanations about how all this whole structure is working on songwriting, at least for me. I find that to be very helpful because it makes me order my mind and gives me a structure on how to tell it to someone else. And I hope you can use it and enjoy it as much as I do. If you like what you've seen, don't forget to leave me a like, follow the channel, or show it to your friends. Invite them to watch my videos. I would be very happy to have you all here. And now I wish you a wonderful time. I see you soon.